Shelby. Welcome back to A Little Literary Love. Glad you all are with me. So today's video is going to be a book unhaul video. I haven't done this type of video before, but I thought it would be a good idea, and we'll see if you all like it. I filmed a haul video, which should already be up before I post this video, but I've done several haul videos on my channel, but I haven't done an unhaul video. Now, I've been on YouTube for a little over a year now, and I have unhauled several, but like times. I've probably unhauled like several boxes like 2 or 3 times prior to this since starting my YouTube channel a little over a year ago. So I wanted to like let you all be aware that I'm not just constantly like buying books and keeping them. I have to get rid of books because my house is very small and I do not have enough room on my bookshelves for all these books. Part of what I've been trying to do this year with the books that I buy is I'm trying to limit the books that I buy to books that I have already read and loved, and those are the only books that I'm trying to from now on buy physical copies of. Now I don't always do that, but that's the majority of my book hauling that I do. So yeah, so all of my prior unhauls that I've done, I've thought about filming, but then I honestly just forget to film. So I have all these boxes. I have them all on my bed behind my camera, and I have like a large tote like bin and like 5 boxes filled with books that I'm planning on taking to my local like thrift bookstore to see if they will take some of these. My local thrift bookstore, it has like a program where if you bring books, you like get credit, like store credit. They don't usually give you like just cash money, but by getting like the store credit, I can then turn that around and just buy more books. And I already have a ton of store credit there that it'll take me forever to go through, but there's that. And the books that they don't take, I am planning on having yard sale pretty soon because I'm in the whole like spring cleaning kind of mood and I'm wanting to get rid of a lot of stuff, so I'm probably going to sell the rest of them there. And if there's still books left over from that, then I'll probably take the rest of them to either like Goodwill or Teen Challenge, something like that. So since I have a lot of books to go through, I've separated my books into 2 different categories just to try to make this a little bit faster, and so that I'm not just saying like for each individual book why I'm getting rid of it. So I've separated them into books that I have read and books that I have not read. The books that I have read, the reason why I am unhauling them is either I didn't like the book, which is not most of them. Most of them, it's just books that I've read them, but they weren't ones that wowed me. And I just, for whatever reason, don't feel like hanging on to them. And then the books that I haven't read, I'm getting rid of them. Most of the books on that category are going to be YA books. And I'm getting rid of them because I am just not a YA reader anymore. I try to read YA books and then I just find that I'm disappointed by them. And I just find that I feel like I'm just kind of past that phase in my life. So that's those, and then a lot of the adult ones that I'm unhauling, just for whatever reason, I don't see myself reading. A lot of it, even if they sound really good, I tend to not actually read physical copies anymore. I usually listen on audiobook or read an ebook on my phone. So I just know I'm never going to get around to reading them in physical form. So that's also why I decided I'm just going to unhaul them. And if I do eventually read them and love them, then I'll just rebuy them. But like I said, I am quickly running out of space on all of my bookshelves so I need to clear up some room. So we're gonna start with the books that I have read. Like I said, most of these, it's just books that I just, for whatever reason, just don't feel like keeping around, and I want to give them to somebody else, so maybe somebody else can enjoy them. So we have, starting out, The X-Hex by Erin Sterling, Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, and Holidays by Christina Lauren, American Gods by Neil Gaiman, the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series by Jenny Han, so the first one, and then P.S. I Still Love You, and then Always and Forever, Laura Jean. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter by Seth Grahame-Smith, and The Last American Vampire by Seth Grahame-Smith. Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas, The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, Well Met by Jen DeLuca, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, Tweet Cute by Emma Lord, The Frame Up by Megan Scott Mullen, Stalking Jack the Ripper, and Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. A lot of these authors I'm probably gonna end up butchering their names just because I always butcher names. That's just how it is. Then I have a couple of children's series. So Inkheart by Cornelia Funk, and Ink Spell, and Ink Death. And then the Molly Moon series, Molly Moon Stops the World by Georgia Bing, Molly Moon's Incredible Book of Hypnotism, Molly Moon, Mickey Minus and the Mind Machine, and Molly Moon's Hypnotic Time Travel Adventure. The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren, My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren, An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, The Savior's Champion by Jenna Moretti, Girl Against the Universe by Paula Stokes, P.S. I Like You by Casey West, Serafina by Rachel Hartman, and Shadow Scale by Rachel Hartman, The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai, Once Upon a Time, a collection of classic fairy tales, and this doesn't say who the author is, it just says that, well, I guess it wouldn't have an author. These are just like classic fairy tales. So then I have the Raven Boys series. So we have the Raven Boys, or the Raven Cycle series, excuse me. So we have the Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, however you say her name, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and The Raven King. We have the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. So we have the first one by Stieg Larsson, the second one, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and then the third one, The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. Then we have books from the Bone Season series, which is the first one, The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, The Mime Order, and The Song Rising. So those are all the books that I have read. Now the rest of this video is going to be books that I haven't read that I just don't foresee myself ever getting around to reading. Or if I do, it's going to be on an e-reader, on my phone, audiobook, something of that nature. And if I enjoy it enough, I'll just rebuy these books. So we have All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace, The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This is a graphic novel by Roberto, oh gosh, I'm going to totally butcher this name, Aguirre Sacasa and Robert Hack. The Book of Speculation by Erica Swiler, The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George, To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandria Christo, Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo, Batman Nightwalker by Mary Lou, and then I forgot a few that I have read by accident. Hunted by Megan Spooner, Ever the Brave by Aaron Somerville, and Ever the Hunted by Aaron Somerville. Now back to the have not read books. The Girl Who Came Home by Hazel Gaynor, The Secret History by Donna Tartt, Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. Then we have whatever this series is called by CJ Redwine, which starts with The Shadow Queen, The Wish Granter, The Traitor Prince, and The Blood Spell. We have the first 2 books in the Diviners series, which is going to be The Diviners by Libba Bray and Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. On the Island by Tracy Garvis Graves. Strange Grace by Tessa Grattan. The Rhythmatists by Brandon Sanderson. Assassin's Mark by Ella Sheridan. Roomies by Christina Lauren. Recipe for Persuasion by Sonali Dev. And then Pride and Prejudice and Other Flavors by Sonali Dev. Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Because You Love to Hate Me, this is an anthology by various authors. The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. Geektastic, this is another anthology by various authors. When Dimple Met Rishi by Zendaya Menon. And I do think this is pretty cool that this is a contemporary YA novel and it's got a little step back, so to speak. Somewhere Only We Know by Marion Gu. From Twinkle with Love by Zendaya Menon. Black Widow Forever Red by Margaret Stoll. Thunderstruck by Eric Larson. In the Garden of Beasts by Eric Larson. To Heaven to Hoax by Martha Waters. Together with Love, which is another anthology by various authors. Playing with Matches by Hannah Orenstein. The Two Lives of Lydia Bird by Josie Silver. The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. And The Night Country by Melissa Albert. A Lady's Guide to Mischief and Mayhem by Amanda Collins. Before Tomorrowland by Jeff Jensen, Jonathan Case, Brad Bird, and Damon Lindelof. The Accidental Beauty Queen by Terry Wilson. Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. Tightrope by Amanda Quick. Then I have books 2 through 4 of the School for Good and Evil series, and I might have another 1 or 2 of these books somewhere else in the haul. I'm not 100% sure. So the second one is going to be A World Without Princes, and these books are by Soman Chinani. Then book 3, which is The Last Ever After. And then book 4, Quests for Glory. Then we have Coraline by Neil Gaiman. This is the graphic novel version. I have read Coraline, but I have not read the graphic novel. Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. The Flight Girls by Noelle Salazar. Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. The Upside of Falling by Alex Light. And Ember and Ashes by Saba Tahir. Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. American Royals by Catherine McGee. Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. The Rook by Daniel O'Malley. And I Darken by Kirsten White. Bright We Burn by Kirsten White. And Now I Rise by Kirsten White. Your Soul is a River by Nikita Gill. Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. And The Lost World by Michael Crichton. The Bright and Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski. The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria. Fire with Fire by Destiny Soria. My True Love Gave to Me, an anthology by various authors. The Lady Rogue by Jen Bennett. And then this one is going to be Witches Steeped in Gold by Sienna Smart. This is, I believe, the Fairy Loot exclusive edition. That's why you don't see like the title on this cover, but it is very pretty. Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. Ink and Bone by Rachel Kane. Reawaken by Colleen Houck. The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. Mating Theory by Skye Warren. Mysterious Ways by Shirley Pennick. Dirty Bad Boy by Marilyn Kelly. His for a Week Bought by Ian Brown. The Priest by S.R. Jones. Alitory, I'm probably saying that word wrong, by Xavier Neal. Heated by Jay Kenner. Callous Prince by Becker Gray. Dirty by Megan Hart. My Fallen Saint by Jay Kenner. And then I have an audiobook of Tame Me by Jael Beck and C. Hallman. Heat by Donna Grant. Then we have Rapture's Angel by Sylvie F. Summerfield. And then I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video as a category, but the last books that I'm going to mention are all historical novels that I already have copies of, and these were just versions that the other copy I owned was in better condition, or the other copy that I owned had a step back to it, whereas these don't necessarily, and there's only about like 10 of these, and then we'll be done. So After Midnight by Teresa Medeiros. Captive by Heather Graham. Captive Bride by Joanna Lindsay. Devil's Prize by Kat Martin. A Seduction at Christmas by Kathy Maxwell. Man of My Dreams by Joanna Lindsay. And One Road West by Heather Graham. One War Blue by Heather Graham. Triumph by Heather Graham. And last but not least, Tempted by Virginia Henley. And there we go. That is going to be my book unhaul video. It's a lot of books, but hopefully somebody else, if by taking them to all these different places, hopefully somebody else can take these books and love these books, give them the love that I cannot, and to help me make room on my shelves for books that I can love. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and otherwise I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye guys.